Right, let's have a go. What's this? 28? Yeah, session 28. Oh, and we have a robot in here.
Yep.
So,
What?
you went a bit robotic again.
Oh, yeah, I do that occasionally.
Yeah, your Macari's
phone-based
internet.
Phone-based internet. Gotta love it, right? That's my dedication to this craft.
Right. So, last week you kind of beat off the invasion force and captured one of them.
Yep.
And poked another that we're probably going to repair, since it's easier than buying a new ship.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Eventually. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Most likely.
Yeah, it's a long-term thing rather than
Well,
this.
not
this
really.
time
It's
where we're
something that
invading
we
a
can
planet.
put on the back burner. We don't even have to be here for it.
Yeah, well, it's longer term than.
Strapping an
The
engine
stuff
to
is
it
going
and shunting it forward through the warp, yeah. Although
Yeah,
that
that's
would be
a good
hilarious. Or just basically turning it to a warp missile. Yeah, that would be quite good, actually.
You're not weaponizing ships. Not in that way, anyway.
Why?
Anyway,
Why the hell not?
Yeah, the strongest solutions are often the simplest.
That's hardly the stupidest thing I've made you do.
It's just a really big projectile.
hey,
It's fine.
anything that's fast is interesting. Anything that is big is interesting, and this thing is both. Anything
And
that's
it's close.
interesting in space causes
So-
big booms.
What you're saying is we should paint it red. Yes.
No, paint it yellow. That makes it more explodey.
Why not red and yellow stripes?
Perfect.
Okay. That Let's man's a look at genius.
Okay, so you've wiped out the invasion force. One of them's escaped, one's hulked, and one's been, bashered.
We scared one off more than
Well, we don't actually know if it managed the escape. It did go into the warp in a rather
Yeah.
janky way.
and roll a 9.
Yeah, rather.
It'll be
interesting.
back. Might be a couple hundred years, but it'll be back.
Might be a couple hundred years,
Okay,
full of
what-
demons.
Okay, where it went into the warp, can we just, put a big block of metal there?
That wouldn't do anything.
Well, when
No,
it comes
it's fine.
back out of the warp, it just goes, and it's dead.
Are you talking about telefragging itself?
Yeah, pretty much.
That is actually a risk when you do an emergency warp jump, but it didn't go in smoothly. So it's not coming back out where it went in.
So it's going into the planet.
No, it's going anywhere in the sector.
Yeah, I guess.
So
Enough.
it could end up, at Bastion?
It could end up anywhere.
Well, then clearly what we need to do is just simply set the metal block so it actually orbits around the sun. So there's a higher chance of it smashing into it when it arrives anywhere in the sector.
Oh, dear.
Just mine the entire sector. Problem solved.
Yeah, that's it.
Like you're not going to be doing that anyway.
I was going to say, Gray, what do you expect from us?
Death, destruction, and terrible, terrible puns.
And lots of stolen ships.
I didn't sign up for the fucking puns. I just want
No.
to point out.
No, few of us did, but we got them anyway.
Yeah,
I thought puns were...
Trust
you
me.
missed it in chat. We actually had a
To a
pandemic
gaming
going
group.
on.
Yeah, it
I was
happens.
kind of surprised that Trust didn't notice.
Well, sometimes I, just kind of list off once in a while.
Anyway,
because
can we
we
get
even
to-
had Ray involved in it. Bunch of wood puns.
It was great.
Yeah.
I
You're
can
all-
pun, I just
hated
choose
us.
not to.
You're all the fucking worst. War
You had to
criminals.
trade.
Yeah, creating a
Maybe.
splinter group. I'm surprised
I don't.
nobody.
I don't. I don't
I'm
have to be
surprised
here.
Nobody used the turning over a new leaf joke.
Oh, God. Okay, can we get the relevant images up? Yes,
This is
please.
starting to get sappy.
Yep.
God.
I saved the best for last, motherfuckers.
I'm like 2 puns away from going on the Godwin. I swear to God. You're all just.
I've even just remembered that Gray called the ship
So,
to go
are we
away the
actually
other.
reading it?
My My endless witticisms and punsmithing makes me very popular.
Oh God!
Who's in charge of this call? Someone kick him.
I have a quick query as to our armored regiment.
Yep.
Aren't they supposed to be power 10 because they're power 7 base, and then they're medium, aren't they, and modern?
Armored volunteers. 1 second. You might be right.
Because modern is a +3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I don't know
it's
how you
far
have
to know.
anything less than modern tanks.
Jesus, Trust. You beat me to
That's
it.
it. I quit. I'm gone. That's it. I leave.
Well, you just seen Bash isn't here, and you just lost your pilot. There goes your chance of planetary bombardments.
Damn
Word.
That's okay. I can branch out my expertise.
I fucking hate you.
God damn it!
I shove Trust and Macarius into the airlock.
The airlock goes off smoothly. They are blown into space.
Suppose!
Well, with Trusca, we could spruce up the bridge a bit.
Aha!
I go to my quarters and chow down on my shuriken cannon.
1d10 wounds to your head.
So yes,
Trust,
they
this
should
is
be power
entirely
10.
your fault.
It's a bit pulpy to eat those things.
God damn it, dude.
That was just bad. Like that wasn't even
terrible.
that wasn't even pun bad. That was just your shit. You're bad at things and stuff. And fuck you. Ugh.
Shall we get one on invading your planet?
Please.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Yeah,
I beg
let's
you.
stick to what we know.
All right,
There's
we're
no other
either going to
ships here to
kill them
steal.
with men's or we're going to kill them with puns. But either way,
You're going to be broadcasting puns, aren't you?
What a-
yeah,
Well, that's what
at the
Trust's
enemy,
doing the
all
entire
puns
thing.
all the time.
That's what we need to steal one of the officers for.
Hey,
So bring him
Greg,
on board and just stick him in a room with Trust.
can we retcon your version of 40k to make puns heretical?
Yes. They're now war crimes.
Inquisition level heresy? That would be great. Just
They're
have
now
all
war
of you
crimes.
locked away, and I have this fleet of ships all to myself.
No fantasizing on the bridge.
Can we send out a message to our frigate, or not frigate, but our whatever the hell it's called, the one
Freighter?
that's carrying shit to Belka all the time?
Your transport, yeah, the fateful journey.
Yeah, the fateful journey. Can we just send out a nice message to them saying that we need some a good
Artillery.
yeah,
is
a lot
really
of
what we
weapons,
want.
a lot of las guns. It
Yeah.
won't. I don't think that we're gonna finish this in the. Let's see. It should take
36 days at least. 42
4 days in the warp minimum, or 4 days in the warp going by the
Yeah, plus
warp chart.
transport, like,
Plus, it's got like take a week or two to burn in and burn out Belka.
yeah, unload. So, you're looking at 2 months or so before they'll turn up.
Well, that's still something, you know. I mean, this probably won't be finished in 2 months.
I don't know.
We could just
Kinda
glass
got-
the place. I would say it was
And
not
even if it
trouble.
is, then they still need weapons, you know, so that they can guard themselves better,
Yeah,
just
true.
in case they get funny ideas again.
They've only got 70,000 troops.
Yeah, but Terra Nova only has 65,000, and they're all worse. That's the problem.
I thought that we cut off one of the zeros at the end of our troops because we have 5,000 troops and it's 500.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, 6,500. My apologies.
It's quite a difference.
You said it right the first time.
Yeah,
All the zeros are cut off at the end.
65,000. Strength is 10% of the number. So you've got
I
5,000.
fucking hate math. Just move on.
Do you want to, okay, I'll make it simple for you.
Jeez.
Add a 0 to
You
the
realize the next 3 sessions are going to be like nothing but math.
Yep. Yep,
Hopefully
I
this
did.
won't take 3 sessions. There you go. Does that make you happy?
Yeah, that
Well,
works.
Go
if
ahead.
someone's confident they can roll a crit, and Orf's confident he can make, or Cole's confident he can make a pilot check, then we can finish this now.
I make the rolls
goals,
where
one
it
back.
counts.
2 orbital bombardments will shatter the both armies.
That'd be very good orbital bombardments at morale 60.
Well, let's do. I mean,
an
there's no
auto-shatter.
harm in trying.
No, absolutely not. Fair point.
Except when I
Like-
drive you all into the planet, because fuck you.
Yeah.
That's what teleportarium's for.
Yeah.
To be fair, that could happen anyhow.
So is this your opening salvo then? Is a planetary bombardment?
Sure. Why not?
Sure, we've got tech use, we've got piloting.
Okay,
I can
what's
type
tech use
that.
going to be used for?
It's not. It's a pilot spacecraft and a ballistic skill test, both at -40.
Minus
So-
4. Okay.
Yep. Who's got because we can improve the ballistic skill surely by things like shouting at the crew.
Probably. I don't think you can aim with an orbital bombardment, though, just a random guess.
Well,
Oh,
it
maybe.
does-
Okay.
Wait, is it just a ballistics shot or?
It says a
what
ballistic
page is
skill
it on?
test.
Ballistic skill test at -40.
Where? What page?
136 in Battlefleet Coronus.
So who's got the highest
Alright,
ballistic
let's
skill?
see.
Uh,
Weapon.
63. Bear in mind, I think all of our ship crews running on 40 or 45s.
Yeah. Well, we want to use as good as we can get. So, so it's going to be a So if I
Scatter
intimidate the
diagram?
crew to 70 to do what is it? Shout at my crew. It's put your backs into it. That's the one I'm thinking. Will that
I'm just thinking,
give
do we want the
bonus
crews
the-
to shoot, or do we want one of us to shoot? Because I think some of us
We
have
want
better.
one of us to shoot because the crew will auto fail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah, so why
if,
would you
if
rather
we're
put your backs
shooting,
into it?
we can't put them backs into it because we're not putting
Oh,
them backs
right, yeah.
ourselves.
Okay.
And we can't get our get a hover bonus either since we,
I wanna point out really quick while we're figuring this out. I'm 8 under. I want to say. No, I'm 10 under the required roll for this.
Oh,
So
nice.
if someone has a command pass, they should probably.
All right. In which
Oh,
case,
you
we're
need
going to have.
roll better. Or
Yeah, like I need 10 extra on that roll to actually pass, or things are gonna happen.
you've only got
Alright.
a pilot of 52. Wow.
Yeah, it's minus 40 penalty. You know,
Yeah.
even I'll be shooting it under 25%.
Yeah, true.
All right.
Keep in mind, I haven't spent any goddamn points.
I thought you did by
Like the only points I have spent are on that piloting and ballistic skill. So,
All right.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised you don't have more piloting.
All right. We'll have a command check.
well, I can only go so far
Oh,
without boosting skills or without boosting.
Is that a
actions.
command check or a ballistic skill check?
That was
You
a command
could,
check to give.
wait. Pilot is agility, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why don't you just get by agility then?
Yeah, I should.
But you can't really do it after the fact and then claim you.
Yeah, you can't do it after the roll.
Yeah.
So,
No.
okay, that's
Yeah, Gray is
Alright,
cool with me buying shit in the middle of the session, but not after
That
I've already
much.
rolled.
Yeah. Oh, I need another 5.
Just keep giving me bonuses.
All right. That's 4 degrees of success on the command check to make sure all flies right.
Yeah, we're fine.
I assume
So-
I'll give him enough to pass the check.
yep. So who has
My
we had someone with
ballistic skill
60 ballistics.
My
Sir
ballistic
Francis.
skill with MIU is at 63.
63.
Could you use an MIU for a linking into the Starship's guns?
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's good. 63 is probably as good as we're going to get.
Yeah, I have 63 as
You
well.
got
I've
anything
just
higher than
commanded all.
63?
So
Yeah, he's already done
Yeah,
his.
good man.
So,
So it's got to be you. It's all down to you, Robot Man.
roll your
You
shit.
get to choose
This is
whether we
60
just you get to choose which army we destroy.
Yeah, Betsy, which one are you shooting? Which continent are you shooting at?
First or second? Do you want to?
I like that phrasing.
Yeah. I'd say shoot at the
Well,
second.
do
to be
we
honest,
actually have
because-
a tactical map of where they actually are? Because if we miss, we actually scatter shot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hand wave that.
Okay, at this stage,
Well,
I'd say
granted, it's a 10-kilometer area or 10-kilometer radius area we're hitting.
Yes.
So
If it scatters, you're gonna hit your own troops as well. If
Yay.
it scatters really badly, it can just hit yours.
Yep. So it's all down to you, Robert Man. No pressure.
I'd say hit the second first, just because there's less of them, and therefore their morale, the checks they'll have to make to take morale penalties from casualties will be lighter.
So versus 23, right? Minus 40
it's
from
minus
63.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 23.
Good job, fuck
that's
ass.
not bad.
In all
Yeah,
fairness,
no, honestly,
that's only a degree of failure. Not
not
even a
even
degree
one.
of failure.
No, it's just a failure.
Hey,
Which means that
it scatters still.
Basically,
it
on
You-
scatters, but
You have now shot trenches in between the two armies. Good job.
That's
Hey,
in a 10-kilometer radius, so
Yeah,
he's
it's
just
actually-
annihilated both armies, pretty much. Sure, let's go with that. Hard degree of failure's not that bad. A
Sure,
scatter.
why not?
Could be a lot worse.
If one of their armies is gone, I don't care if one of our armies is
I'm
gone.
guessing you're using your macro cannon batteries.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll be using macro cannons rather than getting the lance battery on the.
yeah,
Exactly.
let's not nuke our own world.
the target is somewhere underneath those explosions.
Okay,
Oh,
so
to be fair,
Very nice.
we hit the target as
Let's use the
well.
broadsides next time.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah. Let's just completely wipe out the continent.
That image is really disorienting.
Yeah,
Hey, you're flying.
Look, man, I'm drunk. It's always disorienting.
So, can you roll you 2d10? See how far it scatters? You want to roll low?
you're
So
on an 18
2d10
carriers.
roll low.
Yep.
All right,
Ah, good enough.
that works.
Yeah,
That
I'll
works.
say you still managed to hit the second army.
Hooray!
Huzzah.
So,
Oh, that's 5 kilometers, so you still have most of it on target.
yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
but it's not too much of a scatter to smash into your own troops. So, that
much.
is 40 plus 5d10 unit strength taken off them.
40 plus 5d10.
Yep.
All right, I'll roll the 5d10 then. Let's see where all right, 5d10.
Oh.
Damn!
Oh. Well, shit.
So that's 47.
Oh, that's a thing.
You missed 3 tens there, so
So, that's 87. Their armour.
Wow.
Armour's only half of power, isn't it? Twice power.
yeah.
So that's only going to take 12 off that. Oh dear.
75 points of damage.
75 points of damage.
Damn,
Love it.
that's a good start.
Can we just keep doing that?
Yeah, that's actually...
Yeah, that went really well the first time. We only missed a little bit.
If we keep on doing this, we're going to have the wall done before the end of the day.
Right, and they've got to make a command test.
So that's about 750 guys dead right there, I'd say.
Oh wow!
They're not breaking.
Wow! They just got bombed from orbit, and they just like, whatever.
They knew that was coming.
Whatever. That wasn't even 1,000 of us. It wasn't even 1,000.
Congratulations, we just motivated them to win the battle quicker.
Okay, so we're now going to go into a combat round. So if I can just find the right page for actual ground combat.
7,000 las guns shoot at us in orbit.
No, they're not shooting at you. This is between the men on the ground.
I'm just like I can't stop picturing this in my head as a Civil War engagement.
But just everyone lining up and
Yeah, pretty much.
So we just drop cannonballs on their heads, pretty much.
What the hell do you think a macro cannon shell is?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a cannonball the size of a building.
Attempted to destroy. See page 134. Attacking units. There we go. No test required. They just roll damage. Which
Well, in
is-
all fairness, it's a lot easier to hit when you're literally standing opposite each other than trying to hit somebody in orbit.
yeah.
Well, the question is, orders still have to happen and stuff like that, but movement isn't really a thing we're doing, so.
Well, given
Yeah, the armies are in contact at the moment.
the armies are in contact and we're not being contested for the orbital space, so movement isn't as much of a factor as it could be because we've
Well,
got
cover
like-
is still a thing and so on.
Oh yeah, but that's abstracting it down to a level that this doesn't cover.
Actually, it does, but
Oh
like,
really?
there's a whole list of orders that you can do.
Yeah, you can, but you can disengage and whatnot, and charge, and
Then Orv's analogy about it being a
Flank.
civil war battle was probably on the dot.
Yeah.
Just run at the enemy, man.
Right. I'm not going to update this all the time because moving those tokens takes me a bit too much time. So
Right.
they take 15 points of damage for the first army. So
is that first Latrian or first Terranovan?
Latvian, the Terranovans are going to do their fight back in a second, and the Terranovans are going to attack back.
How much did we pay for these guys?
We don't
They
pay
have
anything.
attack.
Oh,
Yeah,
It might be a good idea to have our armored regiment take an action to go hull down.
Well, we
Instead
have
of
to get
attack.
the planet side first.
That's true.
They're still on the dropship.
You actually have to get them down.
yeah, but that will just take time at this point.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh,
probably
I
going to be our
get it.
next combat action.
Probably.
Yeah,
We've dropped into orbit and opened fire. So we now know that they have no surface to orbit weaponry.
Well, yeah, surface to orbit weaponry really is specialized shit anyway, so it's generally speaking why they leave it to the spaceships we blew up.
Yep.
Right, so that's the end of the first day of combat. Both sides are taking some small casualties, but nothing too much.
So we probably want to start getting our troops planet side and start getting Trust his
So-
officer friend
Where are we going?
in some order.
Are we going to be dropping them on the second Letrian or the first Letrian?
I think we should focus down the weaker one first. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
then we can
let's-
move all of our troops over to the first.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right, then. So,
But yeah, actually, Sin raised a good point. We do want to intelligently order the mercenaries we've hired. Just because they're so ridiculously outnumbered, we can't afford to run on attrition.
Yeah. Well, we're not outnumbered on the second continent. We've got more mans. 2,500 natives and, or roughly, and 3,000 enemies. And if we drop 600 of our mans, then we've got 100 men advantage and 100 men and 1,000. And our
1,000
guys are in
total.
tanks. Yeah, and our
Yeah.
guys are in tanks.
True.
So they're naturally superior because they can just flank and charge and murder them all.
that, and if we can get our armored regiment in cover, they soak 30 damage off of every hit.
which is almost more than they can do.
Yeah, so
Okay, so what's going to be more important here is morale.
Yeah.
Currently, the first Terranovan army at 42, the second at 40, the Lectrians are at 57 and 56.
Wouldn't they take some morale damage from getting orbital bombardment?
No, they didn't. The check for that.
Yeah,
They-
only the standard unit loss.
yeah, because they made their command check really well. Because
No
They rolled a
kidding.
natural.
yeah, like I said, an orbital bombardment can break an army.
That one sure as hell didn't.
No, they were fine with that. Like I said, I think they've been orbital bombarded before in this war.
Probably by their own side.
Yeah, well,
Probably.
No wonder
Alright.
they had 10,000 or 10,000 less than the other.
All right, but either which way, our action this turn probably should be to drop off the mercenaries we've hired.
Which
Yep.
planet do you want? What planet? Say.
Planet? Well, there's
Second
we know.
Lexian.
Army.
Or second Terra Nova.
Yeah.
Operation Pile.
Okay, so you spend the day dropping your guys down, and I'll say they're marshalling in the rear area, so they won't come into contact until you've got them all marshalled up.
Yeah,
And
so
do
we
a
get
speech?
something. I need to go to the Battle Fleet Runners orders thing, so I know.
Trust speech of high.
Yeah,
Break for
yeah,
Terra Novan's minds. Oh, no, sorry. Fuck, wrong people.
Reach out to their hearts.
Yes, that's what I meant to say. Let's go with that.
Page 130.
Maybe I should put something on the make it so that we know what army's getting rolled for at this point. 'Cause
Yeah. 1 second. How do I can do that? So that was the Terra Novans taking some more casualties, which drops their morale by another 2d10 points.
That might be a good idea for someone to start rallying them.
mhm.
Yeah, that'd help. Rally him and start doing. We could even give him, like, Robot Boy can tell him
This
to
is-
dig in as well.
Yeah, this is their attack back on the second Lectrian. 20 points. That's 2d10 off them.
Has the ground combat tracker been updated, or?
No, because it takes
No.
too long for me to do it, because I've got to move each token individually, and the numbers are dropping quite quickly. Now I'm going to roll for the attack on the
Yeah.
second Terra
No.
Novan. $32 again. Makes 22 points of damage on them.
How many days have gone by?
This is the end of the second day,
Okay.
but this is when I'm going to start the first morale check. It's not going to be pretty.
Yep.
And they take another 2 morale. Ouch.
We're probably going to start rallying them and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing the second Terra Novan is now down to 26 morale.
Yeah,
Ow.
we need to make that not an issue.
Uh-oh.
Their attack back.
Man, I really want to intimidate the we wanted to intimidate the tanks into a charge though.
Right. And they take 2d10, which is 7, takes me to 50. Okay, so unless you kind of make a good boost to their morale, you've got the first Terra Novans on 35, the second Terra Novans on 26, the enemy are on 50 and 48. So, to improve their morale, you can give plus 10 by a challenging command test.
What about the rally action?
Oh yeah, sorry,
Page-
that's completely
Yeah,
separate, isn't it? Yeah.
136.
Okay.
2d10 with difficult, lather, command, deceive, or intimidate. 2d10 morale and plus 5 to combat tests for the current round.
Mhm. Yeah.
And this is any explorer, so I can do good intimidate.
Yep.
If you don't want to do it, are we just getting one action each, or
Yeah, 1 action each.
All right,
Yep,
so
well,
I could
wait, you wanna
either
do
do
that, or-
triage, or I could do a rally, or I could try to